this chuck has to get close to your face, which means if you hit perfectly and that ricochet comes right back, you're going to hit yourself in the face because this hand's close. Now, as I do all my other strikes, my hand is far enough away so that when that ricochet happens, I'm not... Hey guys, so I'm going to give you a story about why we do not strike with the nunchaku upwards like this. I'm not going to strike like that. I'm going to tell you why. So, a few years ago, I was training, and I knew this was a bad idea. I already knew that striking up was not a very good idea with nunchaku, but I wanted to see, could I make it work, right? You know, I like the weapon. Let's see if I can make this work. So I was practicing, and of course, when I practice, I use real nunchaku, wood. And back then, I did not wear gloves or helmet like I should have done when I was practicing this, because, you know, I was confident in my abilities, or I figured, oh, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to crack my knuckles and it's going to hurt, but I'll get through it, right? So I was practicing, and I was striking on Bob, and I was aiming upwards, and I was trying to hit the chin right there, right? And I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened. I'm not going to do it because, ow. So I went and I did this upward strike, just kind of like a front switch, right? Just like this, hitting, because I've been taught that, hey, you can make this into a strike. So I did this strike, right? And I hit his chin perfectly, and the ricochet came back. And one of the things that happened is I was bringing my hand up because, you know, I catch it like that. So my hand was getting closer to my face. This hit here and ricocheted right back, and boom, hit me right in my right eye. I lost vision for about 2 weeks. I couldn't see out of my right eye, at least most of it. I could see the top half of stuff, but I couldn't see the bottom half of stuff because I had just impacted my eye that hard. So I have vision now. I can see now, thankfully. But after that, I realized I should never strike upwards. Again, I thought I was only going to crack my knuckles, but I ended up hitting myself in the eye and losing vision. So that alone should be enough. I'm telling you this so that you don't make this mistake. Now, I have gear now, so I'm going to try to replicate it, and I've actually tried to replicate that a few times, and maybe it's because I'm wary of it. I know that it's going to happen now, but I don't really end up hitting myself in the face with this technique anymore. But that one experience showed me that it's just not a good idea. I mean, chances are you're probably going to crack your knuckles whenever you do it because it's going to hit and come back. But the risk of hitting yourself in the eye and losing vision, it's not a good one. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to put my helmet on. In case I do hit myself in the face, I won't care because I'll be wearing a helmet. So we're going to go and strike straight up. And now, like I said, most of the time I can kind of control it now, but I hit and it popped right back because as you hit, and of course you have to hit properly. If I hit and it just glances off, it's just going to keep going up and I'm safe. But it's when it hits something like the chin and it bounces back, just like that, is when it's going to come and hit me. So something like this, it goes straight and then it comes back right in towards the face. Again, I'm not too concerned when I'm doing it here, and I feel like now I don't really hit myself with it, but it was definitely something that I don't want you to do for that specific reason. One thing that I do feel safe with doing, though, is I strike downward or to the side all the time, and the ricochet is easy to control. But I still won't strike upwards. See right there? I hit and it came back. It came back on the outside because I had the chuck slightly open. But I've had the chuck slightly closed. It's going to come towards the inside. So that's just something I want you to keep in mind. Don't strike upwards. And again, in case you didn't catch it, the reason why it's so dangerous is because as you're raising up, this chuck that you're holding gets close to your face. It has to. In order for you to catch it here, this chuck has to get close to your face, which means if you hit perfectly and that ricochet comes right back, you're going to hit yourself in the face because this hand's close. Now, as I do all my other strikes, my hand is far enough away so that when that ricochet happens, I'm not going to hit myself. I might hit myself in the hand, but after you train enough times, you'll learn how to make it so you don't really hit yourself in the hand anymore either. So you don't have to really worry about hitting the hand, but it's far enough away when that ricochet happens that I know I'm not going to hit myself in the face. Even something though, if I'm coming up and trying to go over the shoulder here, that has the risk of hitting myself in the face. Same thing here. This one a little bit less because I'm probably going to diminish the power outwards. This one is a lot higher when you go straight up. So things like this, where the ending position is next to the face, these things are where you're going to end up hitting yourself in the head whenever you're striking. And again, just don't do it. Let me be the one that experiments for you so you don't have to do it. But if by chance you don't believe me, just put on a helmet, at least put on goggles or something to protect your eyes. If you smash your face, well, we might all get a good laugh, but you're not going to be laughing if you lose vision. So don't do that. If you want to test it, wear gloves, wear a helmet, and hopefully this video will save you and save your vision for the near future. All right. So make sure you train safe whenever you're doing it. Don't strike upwards. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Don't do it.